12 symptoms of damaged intestinal flora. Your intestinal flora, known as gastro and intestinal flora, microflora, or gastro and intestinal flora, is the group of millions of bacteria that live in your body. These microorganisms can be mold, yeast, bacteria, and even viruses. But don't let this shock you. These bacteria, far from being harmful, give you a large number of benefits. Their balance directly coincides with each person's health. Your intestine, the home of billions of bacteria. Even though it's difficult to believe, the gastrointestinal mucosa in adults can reach a surface area of 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. Because of this, the incredible microbiome population in the human intestines is reasonable, 100 billion bacteria, with 500 to 1,000 distinct species. Your intestine relies on a complex structure with different functions. The goal of it is to recognize and absorb the substances that you introduce to your body through food. In other words, the human intestine is a great bridge between the outside and inside environments. This is because it does two important functions. Nutrition. It processes foods through digestion and absorbs the nutrients to sustain and strengthen your body. Defense. Your intestinal structure, like with what happens with senses, recognizes external elements that are benign or malignant to your body. If it recognizes them as nutrients, it absorbs them. But, if it detects an attack, it activates its defense and rejection systems to defend your body. Functions of your intestinal flora. Metabolic. The flora absorbs the substrate through a large number of enzymes. This helps you get energy for your diet and encourages the absorption calcium, magnesium, and iron. Protective. Among other benefits they have, microflora are defensive. In your intestines, they make a barrier that slows the growth of harmful or foreign bacteria. Theories. Your gastrointestinal bacteria control the growth and differentiation in a number of cells that cover your internal cavities, organs, and other tissues. Also, they carry out an important job in the development of your immune system. It determines the development of problems like allergies, intestinal diseases, cancer, diabetes, or obesity. What are some of the symptoms of damaged intestinal flora? There are some symptoms that allow you to figure out when something isn't right with your gastrointestinal flora. The following are the most important signals. Abdominal bloating, constipation, frequent diarrhea, bad smelling odors coming from feces. Gas, flatulence. Abdominal pain, cramps, and intestinal pain. Increases in infections. Digestive and intestinal problems. White tongue. Food intolerances. Irritable bowel syndrome. Pain in your joints. What do you need to do to protect this microbiota? So that the microbiota is in a good state, it's vital to follow easy steps like the ones we'll give you below. Eat foods in clean places. Cook food correctly. Wash foods before eating them. Follow a diet that's rich in fiber, and one that includes whole cereals, vegetables, and fiber.